There's something nasty here.
That is the sickest smell I've ever smelled in my life.
Welcome to Most Haunted. This time I've brought you back to a place where some of you might recognise. It's become one of the most haunted places here in the UK and the world. It's the Galleries of Justice here in Nottingham. The Galleries of Justice is housed in Nottinghamshire Hall. The site dates back to 600 AD and is the location for Nottingham's original Saxon settlement. Although its early history is vague, uncovered clues in the sandstone suggest that this site was linked to punishment and imprisonment from the Saxon times onwards. Written records show that the site was used as a court in 1375 and a prison from 1449, although that it's safe to assume that it was used for these purposes many years before. The hall was rebuilt between 1769 and 1772. A large chisel plaque adorns the front of the building and reads, "This county hall was erected in the year of 1770 and in the 10th year of the reign of His Majesty George III. The impressive facade was fronted by an iron palisade in an attempt to control the large, unruly crowds that attended public hangings. Because of the appalling conditions, the jail was closed in 1878, but the courts were used right up until 1991. With such a history and so much hardship and countless deaths, no wonder the Galleries of Justice is said to be so haunted. The ghosts of a soldier, a Victorian gentleman wearing fine clothes and an old lady have been seen here so many times in the entrance hall. Cleaners refuse to work here on their own. This is the courtroom, and this is the chair where many people would have been sentenced to death. So perhaps that's why this particular area is probably one of the most paranormally active locations within the building. Lots of moans, groans and whines of desperation have often been recorded in this very room. Below the courts is a place said to be filled with despair and many a phantom. It is in the dark passages and cells that prisoners would be held in appalling conditions, many not knowing the terror that awaited them, and as a result, dark phantoms are said to roam, ready to pounce on the unsuspecting visitor.
The things that have occurred mostly are a sense of being overwhelmed by feelings of oppression to begin with. When we first start working here, you jump at every little noise that you hear. But as time goes on, and I've been here 13 years, you begin to distinguish between what is just a noise of somebody walking past and what is a noise of, well, unexplained means. And when you hear those sounds, you often feel as though somebody's walked by you. It's not uncommon for people to say, we've seen somebody just run up the stairs, and it's out of the corner of your eye, shadows a lot of the time. But I have to say that whilst I've been here, I've never felt threatened, but I've certainly felt very, very sad. People have become aware of negative feelings, and particularly when they go down into the sheriff's dungeon, into the back of the sheriff's dungeon, certainly, you become very aware of negative feelings, very oppressed feelings, very scary feelings, and, you know, the hair stand up on your arms and your neck when you're there. As people have gone round on daytime tours, they felt things a little bit malevolent. Yes, we do have people here who are not very nice.
Fred?
Hi, Bert.
Aha! I find you lurking in dark corners. What are you up to?
This is a terrible place, you know. And this part here, This was where they used to hold the women.
Right.
And they'd get them in the court there, bring them down, take her down. They used to bring them down. And the men, jailers, would strip them off. I mean, these are poor women. All they've done is something like stolen a loaf of bread, you know. Strip them off, throw them in this bath over here. Wash them by hand, the men jailers. What was that?
Oh my gosh, I saw
It's a
that
brush.
before.
It's a bit of a brush. Look.
I can't reach down to get it.
Look. Well, I thought it came from up there somewhere.
No, I mean, that's bizarre.
To be fair, I didn't see anything, I just heard the noise.
Yeah, I just heard it. Well, I thought I saw it drop from there.
Did anybody else see it from... Nobody?
No, I just heard it. It was actually on the...
Yeah, it was on the edge of the path.
That's where I saw it.
Could it be knocked off?
No, it wasn't.
we weren't near the edge.
We weren't near it. You being a demonologist, what sort of entities or presences are here, not just in this particular place, but within the whole of the galleries? Is there something particularly malevolent that you want to sort of concentrate
Well,
on?
yeah, I've done a few things already to try and stir things up a bit. But here you would get the worst of the worst people.
Yeah.
You would get murderers, you'd get rapists, you get every type of, well, the worst in the world, you know, you get here. And this place is meant to be not only one of the most haunted places in England, but in the world, especially this part down here.
Well,
So as we go on, maybe we'll see a lot more than just a brush going.
I mean, that was just weird. We weren't even up to the edge of it. That's what's really strange. I could understand it if it was right at the edge like this,
Yeah.
and I'd nudged it.
Yeah,
Even if you
couldn't
nudged
nudge
it,
You couldn't even nudge it, the wall's so thick.
No,
Yeah.
that was really strange.
Mm.
Oh, that was really strange. I'm getting a bit freaked out.
Well, I think it's going to get a bit worse than that, I think.
As Mel couldn't be with us on this investigation, she suggested that her sister Kim and fellow makeup artist take her place for a night she will never forget. The lights are all off now. We're ready to start our investigation, and the whole place just has a completely different feel to it. And already as I'm talking, I can hear knocking or banging. I don't know if anybody else can hear it. Can you all hear it? Feel quiet for a sec.
Yeah, I can hear knocking now.
Oh, wow. It seems to be coming from below. Can you hear guides hear it?
Change his position. It was fairly clear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that seemed like to come right here.
Can you hear us?
That's on these
Blimey,
stairs.
I felt that on
That's
the
on
way
these stairs. There's no one there.
Can one of you make a noise with your voice, please? I can hear like a heartbeat now.
Where's that coming
Can you hear it, Kim?
from?
Yeah.
I've heard that before. Heartbeat.
You hear that? Keep still, everyone. There it is. Yeah. You make a noise with your voice again. Knocking seems to be fun. What are you making for this? The first time you've ever heard it?
Yeah, no, it's mad. I feel it right under my feet. Yeah, definitely like knocking noise.
Seems to be coming from here.
It's coming from
It's
sort
down.
of... It's these
like,
stairs.
hello, come down. Do you want us to go down? Yeah. Can you copy me?
Well, that was definitely something over there.
Do you want to laugh? Do you want to laugh? It's normal as well for people to laugh when they're nervous. Don't.
Let's go over there.
Well, could that? It sounded like it came from behind there.
So more over in this.
Oh, listen, listen.
Well,
That was another one of those whines, and it came from right from behind me.
it's followed us. It's behind here now. We don't mean you any harm at all. Whoa! Whoa! Hell! Oh my God! We don't mean you any harm at all. Whoa! Whoa! Hell! We don't mean you any harm at all. Whoa! Whoa! I've never ever in my life, that was as if somebody had just gone right next to me.
I heard it.
I've never in all my time doing Most Haunted ever had that ever happen to me so clearly as if somebody had properly slammed their foot down like that. My heart is in my mouth. I can't believe that, Chris. Can you?
Never so close. Never so
Come on, let's go back again. Come on, everyone. There's somebody following us. Hello? Well, you got the desired effect. You certainly made me run. Whatever it was that inhabited the court, it seemed to be leading us down into the cells, where there were more surprises in store.